Alright, this is a quick intro video to a new series that we're going to call Let's Rebuild Them. These are going to be longer form videos of single team rebuilds, not what I'm doing with my franchise currently, so just picking one team, simulating it through, and just kind of seeing what we can do with that team in particular. So we'll kind of break down each team a little bit to get a sense of their strengths, to kind of come up with a rebuilding plan to set them up for the future at the beginning, and then I'll just kind of go from there. So it's going to be fun, something I haven't done before, so I'm pretty excited for it. Each team is in a different position, kind of based on their own current roster in the MLB, and then their farm systems and kind of their position within each division too, and the teams around them. So each one's going to be a lot different, which I'm pretty excited for. So what are the goals? If you know me, I love keeping things realistic, so that's going to stay true with this series too. What does this mean? It means that for small budget teams, we're going to try and look to create a sustainable playoff contender at a discount. I'm just kind of focusing on more cost-controlled guys and then keeping things cheap, so there's not going to be any giant contracts with small budget teams. Like this, Soto's not going to be signing with the A's or anything like that, so I'm just kind of taking those, getting some cost-controlled guys, and then creating a large playoff contention window with those sorts of teams. And then for larger budget teams that are in playoff contention already, we're just going to try and win that World Series now kind of thing. So what are the rules with this that I'm going to kind of stick to? Like I said, we're keeping it realistic, so we're going to stick to the budgets, both kind of present and then using like historical budgets to get a sense of what like the highest that team has spent in the past. That'll kind of give us our ceiling of what we can spend. Trades, obviously the trade logic in this game is not the best, so we're going to base that as realistic as possible. So using kind of like my franchise, we're going to use baseball trade values to get the actual values, not the in-game trade logic. And then just kind of using some of my personal judgment based on the current year. Basically, if the other team wouldn't accept the trade, it isn't happening in my franchise. So there's been some crazy ones in my franchise, and we're not letting that happen. So no like Gunnar Henderson for or Jackson Holiday is the other one. No Jackson Holiday for some scrubs. So there will be no fleecing by any teams in this one. So and then free agent signings, we're going to keep that realistic too. So kind of going back to the budget, like I said, A's or Pirates aren't signing Soto or anything crazy like that. So like I said, these are going to be longer videos, just focused on a single team. No gameplay with these, but we'll kind of go through everything. We'll go through the breakdown of the team first, and then kind of our drafting strategy. We'll go through like the trade deadline, and then I'm just gonna simulate through it all. So we'll see how we do in the playoffs, and then kind of focus on the next year as well. So it's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. We'll have the first episode coming up pretty shortly.